Jim Thome's former teammate Bobby Abreu pulled the drape on his Wall of Fame plaque before the start of tonight's ball game. Jim Thome inducted into the Phillies Wall of Fame. He was presented with his jersey from Pat Pearl, another one of his former teammates. And Jim is working the circuit tonight. Not only seeing friends and family, but joining us here in the booth. Hey, man, congratulations. It was a great speech. I thought Charlie was awesome.
Oh, he's great.
But congratulations on a great night.
Thank you, guys. Great to be here.
What was it? What is it like coming back, whether it be to Cleveland or here, to places that you played, and to have your career acknowledged the way it's been acknowledged?
Well, very humbling. You know, you play, you know, you get an opportunity to play in cities that are passionate about baseball, and then to be honored and to be able to come back and stand on a stage like that with all those great players that have the history here, and to be a part of that is very cool, no doubt.
We have so many favorite moments from when you were with the Phillies, whether it be the day that you came in for your tour, when you met the iron workers and steel workers. One of my favorite memories is the closing of the vet, where you and Mike Schmidt were at home plate and raising both arms together. I mean, I thought that was an incredible moment in Phillies history. Yeah,
and to watch that weekend unfold, how the fans, you could feel the excitement of moving into this new park.
That ball's hit well. It's not coming back.
Thome land.
Oof.
That sounded loud.
That sounded loud.
Yes.
16 home runs now for Charlie Blackmon off the AT&T side.
You know, closing the vet was special. The Mike Schmidt moment was incredible. I mean, as a kid growing up, you know, watching WGN when the Phillies would come in, I mean, Mike just dominated the Cubs. So to get that moment, you know, you grow up, you play baseball, and then to have somebody of Mike's stature lift your arm up is just such a cool thing.
Yeah, I thought it from a fan standpoint. I thought it was one of the greatest things. I mean, it wasn't a great year, obviously, as things turned out from a team standpoint.
Right.
But there was so much history involved in the closing of the vet. I thought it was a great moment from a Phillies standpoint.
No doubt.
I thought it was also symbolic, Jim, of when you came to town. You close one to open another to then lead to a championship. I mean, you guys were the bridge to that 2008 championship.
Well, and a lot of that was believing in the organization. You know, you come in, they recruit you, they tell you what they're going to do, and the thing that impressed me the most is they lived by it. You know, they had a plan, and they knew moving into this park they had to go out and get some players. They already had a pretty good nucleus that came through the minor leagues here, and you know, it worked out. Unfortunately, we didn't win that first year, but eventually we did. And there's always the ultimate plan. When that's going to happen, nobody knows, but it did.
You know, it's you know, and listening to everyone, and I've known you since '91 or '90, and you know, the biggest thing for me is that I respect the numbers. I mean, baseball-wise, are unbelievable. But also, what is tremendous is whenever you talk to somebody who talks about you is how great a teammate you were, because you treated everyone equal, and that to me, and it must feel good when you hear people say, listen, he was one of the best teammates, the way he treated me. I followed him. I watched what he did. Yeah. That has to be satisfying as well.
Well, it's emotional. I've got to tell you, I mean, we all don't like to talk about ourselves. I mean, when players around baseball give you a compliment, it goes in deep. Yeah. I got to tell you, it really does. And to listen to the guys on the Jumbotron before the game say great things is just, I mean, I say the great things about them as well. Yeah. So it works. It definitely works both ways. And just, you know, it goes back to your family, I think, how you're raised. Having kids now, you want your kids to look at people in the eye, shake their hands. And those are the things that my parents did in the Midwest to try to teach us. And try to be, look, you know, at the end of the day, you want to treat people like you want to be treated in return, and it's they did a fine job, I guess.
So let's go back to tonight afterwards, and your beautiful daughter Lila sings the national anthem.
Oh,
were you more nervous walking in the plate the first day of your first major league at bat, or listen to your daughter sing the national anthem, who did an unbelievable job?
There is nothing like watching your kids perform, and to whether they're my daughter's in theater. She sings, she dances, she performs. Watching her on stage is another level. It is. All the moments, the World Series moments, All-Star Game moments, sitting at 599, going for 600. I'm going to tell you, there's watching your kids succeed is the greatest thrill ever. It really is.
Well, I think we were commenting today, she was in Andrea's arms the night you hit the 400th home run.
Yes.
Time flies.
Time flies. Look at, I'm losing my hair in the back there. So absolutely time flies. That's what happens when we get old. And trust me, like she's growing up, and I need to be retired to be at home.
Yeah.
So I'm going to lose more hair.
Oh, tell me about
it.
Well, it was a great night. I loved as Thompson delivers this pitch and gets a strikeout to wrap up the inning. I love Charlie's speech, which we'll talk about when we get back, because I know how much of an impact Charlie had on your career. So we'll have more with Jim Thome. There's his son Landon getting a chance to take the victory tour. Look at the smile on his face. We'll be back with more right after this.